Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. The Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Washington Huskies offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Washington right back to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So Penn State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Typically, the last thing a defense... backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Trying to find his man on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep... And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He'll slide and avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here on this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Makes one man miss. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Off play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that pass picked off.
On a cold night, you feel every collision, blocking, tackling, whatever. Even when you get an interception like you did right there, it still hurts. So the cold will be a factor in this ball game. And how about the defense coming out, making a statement right out the gates?
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option. Look, they're trying to get that first down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing 4th and short. And if I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this again.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's looking for a man on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires on the move. He makes a catch. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on...
Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Selvia. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's Davis. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll bring it back. It's Richardson. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. And And the defense gets to the quarterback. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get it.
Can anyone catch him? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. Didn't take them long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Lions is big tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. This offense has a second down play.
42 Spider.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, looking at second down. Trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Oh, it's a reverse. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
He wants to throw. Going over the top. And he's got it inside the 20. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, wants to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll open this third quarter with a run. At the 35, he's open. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hawk. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 18 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Running back goes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He almost broke that one. They finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little help. There's a penalty marker down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Looking for space, it's Selvia. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 20. Sprinting all the way, he'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Here's the handoff. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got his man to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Washington coming to the line with another first down. This time they'll go to the running game. Hard running there. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Defense in press coverage. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He's got the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He caught it. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Release to the back. Gets open down the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Line getting set on second down. Back to the air one more time. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On third and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a run.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll bring it back. It's Richardson. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Let's see what they've got on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll go right back to it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's got it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this drive.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
And this defense has put a game together.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
I mean, not only were those two guys not on the same page, I don't think they were in the same playbook. They barely looked like they were on the same team. Deep shot for the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself.